When you're reaching out to cold leads in the DMs, by far the most important message you're ever gonna send is your opener. Your very first message is either gonna make or break the chances of that lead actually responding to your message. And you already know that opening with a DM message like this is a no-no. Hey Dave, just checking to see if you wanna hire a VA to do your social media. Here's my rate. Making an offer like this right off the bat, that's gonna kill your chances of actually closing a sale. But what sort of openers actually work? Well, after doing millions of dollars in sales through the DMs, I found that there are 3 openers that are almost guaranteed to get your leads responding and to get them interested in hearing what it is that you have to offer. And by the end of this video, you're gonna be able to choose which of these 3 DM openers makes the most sense for your business so you can get your leads responding to your messages, which opens up more sales opportunities for you. So let's dive in. When it comes to getting your leads to respond to your cold DMs over in Messenger, the first rule is never pitch in your opening DM. You already know that. Instead, we're gonna use one of these 3 openers to get the conversation started so that you can make a pitch when your leads are invested in the conversation and they've actually been nurtured. So let's go through the 3 DM openers. The first is, I saw you here. I saw you here. I'm gonna start out by showing you someone who's trying to implement the I saw you here opener, but they didn't do it in a great way. So here it is. Hi Dave, I came across your profile. So this is basically saying, I saw you on Facebook. And while they're trying to have an opener that isn't just a blatant sales pitch right off the bat, this person's trying to make a connection with me. It comes across as far too vague. They saw me where on Facebook? Did they really see me, or is this the same message that they send out to everyone? So it's too impersonal and it feels a bit spammy. How can we make this better? Let me show you another example here. Imagine you're finding leads in a specific Facebook group. So I'm just gonna use one of my Facebook groups as an example. So this is the Audience and Influence Facebook group. Imagine you were going through this group and you were looking for leads and you were cold outreaching to them in Messenger. Here's an example of the I saw you here opener that's a bit better than the one we just looked at. This one might say, I saw you over in the Audience and Influence group. Nice to connect with you. So this shows that they actually did their homework. They actually saw you somewhere. It isn't just a spammy message that this person is sending to everyone on Facebook. And then it continues, what sort of service are you providing right now? Notice this asks about them. It doesn't go right into a sales pitch. It doesn't say anything about what you do. It's showing curiosity. So this is a more personalized version of the I saw you here opener. But I'm gonna show you an even better version. Imagine again that you're cold outreaching to leads who are in a Facebook group with you. Well, here's a piece of content that's inside one of my Facebook groups, the one we just looked at. So this is in the Audience and Influence Facebook group. This is all about 3 new Facebook funnels. And this was a live training. Imagine if you wanted to prospect leads who watched this training. You can see there's almost 1,000 people who watched it. You got over 600 comments. There's a lot of people who engaged on this particular piece of content. Well, knowing that, you can use this in the I saw you here script. Here's what it looks like. It says, I saw you over on the live training about Facebook funnels. Nice to connect with you. Notice how personalized this is. Not, I just saw you on Facebook. Not even, I just saw you in a Facebook group. I saw you in a Facebook group engaging on a specific training about this specific topic. Now there's a personal connection that's being made. And then you continue and you say, what are you using your funnels to sell these days? Again, showing curiosity, asking them, about their offers, not pitching your own. So that's the first DM opener that works really well. Again, it's the I saw you here, and the more personalized and the more specific you can be, the better your results will be. The second DM opener that works really well is the I noticed you have opener. Here's an example of how it works. Imagine that you're on Facebook and you come across this person here, Tanya, and you go over to her profile and you notice this. She's using her Facebook header with a call to action here of going over to her website. This can be a great way to start a conversation using the I saw you have opener. Here's how it can work. Hey, name, and you personalize it. So you'd say, hey, Tanya, I noticed you have a call to action on your profile that's sending people to your website. So we just looked at that. Here's the call to action. Go over to our website. This is the I saw you have. So it's very personalized. You clearly saw something specific to Tanya. And now you're gonna take that and create a little bit of intrigue. Here's how it goes. This is likely converting at a fraction of a percent. Not ideal. So this statement is really important because this is showing your authority. You saw someone that they have a call to action, but because you know so much about creating calls to action online, you know from your tests, you know from your experience that this likely isn't working very well. And when you say this to your lead's gonna think, yeah, it's not working. I didn't know what else to do. What are the other options? What works better? All these thoughts are going through their head. And you continue and you say, but there's another CTA you can swap in that will convert leads at about 8%. Here's where the real intrigue is created. You already highlighted their pain, that they have a strategy that's not working. And now you're creating intrigue by saying, you know something that works way better. Happy to share what's working well if you'd like, and you frame this as a question. This very specific opener doesn't feel like spam at all because it's so personalized to this particular lead. It opens up many questions, it creates intrigue, and it almost guarantees that your lead is going to want to jump into conversation to find out what you have that they need. That's the second DM opener that works really well. It's the I noticed you have. Now, similar to that, but perhaps even more powerful, is number 3, I noticed you don't have. Let me show you an example. Here's a Facebook group that I'm part of, and I notice here, and by taking a quick look at this group here, I noticed that the admin hasn't enabled an AI assistant. And perhaps for this Facebook group, having an AI assistant built into this Facebook group would alleviate so much stress and so much work from the admin. So this gives me a chance to use that I noticed you don't have opener. Here's what it looks like. It says, hey, names. So I'd put in the name of the group admin in this case, and I'd say, I'm a member of your investment Facebook group. Love the content you share each week. Thank you. So right off the bat, I'm creating a personal connection. I'm giving a congratulatory message to this person saying, you've done a great job with this thing. I make them feel good. Now let's continue. I noticed you don't have an AI assistant monitoring the group for you yet. Any reason why you aren't taking advantage of that? And so similar to what we talked about before, this is an opportunity for you to build up your authority. In this case, I'm pointing out that the admin of that Facebook group has missed something. They probably don't know about how to use an AI assistant. They're hearing it first from me. Clearly, I have something that would benefit them. And then any reason why you aren't taking advantage of that? This question is going to start their wheels turning. Well, what's an AI assistant all about? I wonder how it could help my group. Am I missing out on something by not using it? Where do I find this? How does it work? All these questions come up that are going to draw this lead into the conversation. Now, this is just an example of me using a Facebook group where I noticed the admin didn't have something, but you could do this anywhere. You could do it on someone's social profile, noticing that they don't have something on their social profile. Maybe it's something in a post of theirs. Maybe it's on a website. Maybe it's in an article they wrote. Anywhere where you see a footprint of someone online and you notice that they're missing out on something, that gives you an opportunity to reach out to that lead with the I noticed you don't have opener. And this one works so well because it's ultra personalized. It positions you as a real authority, and it creates so much intrigue. Your lead is going to want to find out more. So there you have it, 3 DM openers that are almost guaranteed to get your leads responding to you. And I use these openers personally, but I also have a secret weapon, and that secret weapon is Unipro. Unipro is an amazing tool that goes out onto Facebook. It finds your ideal leads. It brings those leads over into your audience. It nurtures those leads, making sure that they see your content, and then it strikes up conversations over in Messenger, helping you make an offer at the time that your leads are most likely to buy. Unipro has been a game changer for my online business, and I know it will be for you as well. So if you haven't checked it out yet, definitely check it out. Go over to unipro.com. I know you're going to love it. That's what I've got for you in this video, all about DM openers that are going to get your leads to respond to you over in Messenger. If this was helpful, give this video a like. And if you have any questions about any of these 3 openers, just leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to help out. And again, if you have an online business and you're using Facebook to grow that business, you got to check out Unipro. Go over to unipro.com. It's really going to help you build your business a whole lot faster. Thanks for checking out this video. Can't wait to see you in the next video.